Welcome back, Kreyol Blitz. I go by the name Mike Divane, aka DJ Vasily, your friendly neighborhood DJ. Now, we are going to wrap up part 3 of our 3-part series to explain a basic understanding of American football for the ladies, but for anybody as we prepare for Super Bowl, which is next week. Just a quick note, the Los Angeles Rams will be playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. Man, it's going to be crazy. So with everything, I advise you to check out all the videos before this Sunday so that, more importantly, you can understand and you won't be lost as the game is going on.
This February 19th, join Belvedere Entertainment and Party Time Entertainment as we close out Valentine's Week big. Ladies, get ready for Harmony. Harmony comes to Elizabeth, New Jersey, along with the HMI Queen, Felicia Ross. It's Felicia Ross Live. Oh, so get ready for Kai. Saturday, February 19th at XL Nightlife, 323 North Broad Street. Three of HMI's electrifying performers comes to Elizabeth, New Jersey. Halftime by DJ Rudy and DJ Vasily. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com, where early birds are just $50. Saturday, February 19th, inside of XL Nightlife. Doors open at 9 p.m. For info and VIP, call 973-418-4487 or 973-277-2276. Sponsored by LW Entertainment and 456 Productions. Be there.
My key!
Não, chega, mas conte coragem, Jodzinha. Vamos lá, não é conte mais não. I love you. Eu pensei ter que separar nous. Eh bien, chérie, nous construisons. Nous construisons, nous construisons, nous construisons. Nous construisons, nous construisons, nous construisons. Si nous étions janvier, l'amour n'a pas fait si. Personne ne va pas jouer. ma connaît, jusqu'à ce qu'elle souffle nous. Mais nous prenons la vie, les nous prenons plaisir, les nous voyager, les nous bien fêter.
Les anniversaires, les nos cinquantaines, qui nous mettent faiblis, nous participons souris.
Chérie, nous construisons.
Séparés, nous pas capables. Nous pas séparés, nous pas capables. Nous pas séparés, nous pas capables.
Nous pas capables. Nous pas capables.
Now, we're going to break down things part by part, piece by piece. The whole defense is important, but I'm going to break down certain players and certain positions that we could get a better understanding, and one of those is the defensive end. Now, remember, there's a line, trench warfare. One line is trying to advance, the other one is trying to stop. When you hear that clash, that thump when you're watching a game, it's usually the front line. The two offensive linemen are going at each other. And there was no better defensive lineman as far as defensive end than Michael Strahan. You may know him. He's on Good Morning America every morning when you're getting your coffee and heading to work. But he made his name on a gridiron. Remember, the line is right here, right? The line is right here. And the offensive line is right here. Remember the center? They're trying to attack. They're trying to also create opportunities for the running back. There's a lot going on, and we want to understand what makes this trench warfare so important, because remember, defense, offense are trying to get position on each other. Territory. And Michael Strahan played right here. He could be on the right side or the left side, but his position was a defensive end, and let's watch the video to see how he created mayhem within the trenches. Now, you should understand which side is offense. Obviously, they got the ball. They're trying to move the ball. Defense is trying to stop them, okay? Now, very quick, subtle, look at this right here. Michael Strahan is to your far right. I guess my right, okay? Far right at the bottom. And he's going to be attacking the offensive line. But look how he was so quick. The quickness is first, all right? Because the quarterback has cadences that he's doing throughout the game. I would say this is probably within maybe the second half of the game. Why? Because Michael Strahan has timed the quarterback's cadence, which gives him an advantage. Maybe a 1 to 2 second head start before everybody is even getting moving within the line. Look how this little subtle, as far as awareness, of course experience, opened up for Michael Strahan to create mayhem within the offensive line. Now I'm going to slightly adjust it so you can kind of see. You see, he's already moving before anybody on the field is moving. Look at that. Let's let it play out and see what happens. Boom. You see how that extra 2 seconds was very helpful? Very, very helpful? That's what Michael Strahan was. He was a combination of quickness, power, agility. He talks a lot of smack too. Let's go to another one. This time, he's lined up on, I think, the upper. He's not on the lower right. I think he's on the upper. You know, the upper left, probably you could say. And let's see how this plays out. Boom. You see the power to just continue to fight and continue to do what he has to do to get the quarterback. The play never over. This is the trenches, man. This is where the clashing and all of the big hits are happening. Before you see any big-time hits happening on the field, when you hear hut, hut, boom, you hear that clash, that's what's going on. And you see how the play is never over. Michael Strahan still fought through it. That's why it takes a lot of endurance, a lot of strength to finish the play and make your way to get that quarterback. We'll check it out again. He's still fighting. He's fighting. Look at the power. Fighting. Boom. Gets the quarterback. Truly important, Michael Strahan. Let's get to this one. Again, he's right there at the lower right, and he's attacking the offense, trying to get to the quarterback. But look at the moves that he used right now. There's a lot of moves that are used within the defensive, as far as the defensive front. There's the spin move. There's the jam. There's the bull rush. But let's see what he used right here to get to the quarterback. Okay, that's the swing move with the arm. You see how that's power. Remember, that offensive line probably weighs 300 pounds. You know, Michael Strahan is probably 250, 260. You know, 260 pounds against 300 pounds. And look at the power. Bench presses, guys. You got to be you got to be an elite bench presser in football. Look at the arm strength to push maybe this 200 to 290 to 300 pound man off balance, out of the way to get to the quarterback. Boom. There you go. And there go the showboating. Let's get to one more because I want y'all to see something that's very, very, very important. It's called a stunt. A stunt is usually because, think about it, by the time within his career, Michael Strahan is known to cause mayhem, and the whole league knows it. So what would the league, how is the offensive coordinator or the guy who's running the offense, what would he try to do to try and help his offense out? He would double team Michael Strahan, okay? Let's get back to the footage right here. Okay, now, you see that guy right there? You see offensive now. Offense is trying to get the ball. Defense is the blue. Offense is the white, okay? Just, you know, it was kind of blurry, but just so you could kind of understand, all right? Now, the white is offense. Now, there's a lineman who's going to have Michael Strahan all game, okay? Whichever side he's on. You know, that's what the offense is talking to each other. Okay, we got Michael Strahan this week. We have to prepare for him. But in this play, you have the tight end. He's going to give a slight, we call that a nick, or he's going to kind of nick Michael Strahan to kind of create some extra help for the lineman before he gets to the lineman. So technically, this is a double team. And this has probably been happening all game. The defensive now, to try and help Michael Strahan, he calls something which is called a stunt, which is where the two defensive linemen will switch to try and confuse the offensive lineman. Remember, the offense is trying to create a pocket for the quarterback. They're trying to open holes for the running back to run through. So there's a lot going on. So there's little subtle techniques, even though these guys are 300, 250, 260, 270 pounds or so. They're quick. And this is how quick a defense can use and turn the table on an offense. But very important, look how the two defensive linemen will switch to confuse the offense as the quarterback is getting attacked by Michael Strahan. Check it out. Boom. There go the switch. Boom. Right there. And it's a fumble. You know? Michael Strahan at his best, guys. Now we broke down the defensive line, okay? Now remember, the offensive line is right here. And not only are they blocking for the quarterback, let me take one out. They're trying to open up holes for the running back. A lot is going on right here, okay? The second line right here is the middle linebackers. Now remember, the middle linebackers, their responsibility in this area, okay, which is the heart of the field, you could say, because this is the front line, this is the heart, this is the airspace behind it. But also, they're keeping an eye on the running back because the running back may try to go here. In football, we're taught gaps. So even though there's offensive linemen, there's gaps. And the running back may try to come up this gap, may try to come up this gap, may come out here, may come out here. So not only is the middle linebacker watching the quarterback, but they're also keeping an eye on the running back, and they're protecting this area. So there's a lot of responsibility. But when you have a dynamic, when I say dynamic middle linebacker, and remember, the middle linebacker is usually the captain of the defense. When you have a dynamic one who can cover all areas and do a lot more, and there was none better than Ray Lewis. Now, I know there's a lot of mayhem going on right here, but I need you to pay attention to the quarterback and the running back. Now, the quarterback is backing up. Remember how we talked about play action in the last video with offense? Where the quarterback is trying to trick the middle linebackers, trick the defense to have you think that he's going to give the ball to the running back and then pops out. Ray Lewis could easily differentiate as far as what was real and what was fake. He was a master at this, and plus he had great quickness, great power. Let's see how this play breaks down. Boom. You can't block him, and there Ray Lewis is. Let's look at it from another angle. In slow motion. Boom. You see that? The running back tried to block him. Ray Lewis is quick, and Ray Lewis is big. And Ray Lewis is kind of short and stocky. Not short, stocky. He's not short, but he's kind of, stocky with a little shortness. You know what I mean? So, he's elusive. And boom, he gets to the quarterback. Let's check out another one. And I know it's hard. Everything is breaking down, but pay attention to the quarterback because Ray Lewis will get to the quarterback, especially if he's got the goal to go ahead and try and go for the sack. But also he was quick enough to play the field, which we'll see later. Let's see how this one breaks down. Exactly. There you go right there. So in this position, he's outside, helping out. Remember when we said the airspace? Remember, he's a middle linebacker. He was close to the line. But I guess on this play right here, he had deep coverage, which you can do. You can put your middle linebackers in coverage. And Ray Lewis had great hands, So he accumulated a lot of interceptions in his career. This is one of them. Boom, look at that. And then got some yards too. Remember, it's territory. Whatever yards the defense gets, that's what the offense gets. Let's break it down again. Let's see what he does here. Boom. Gets through the line, attacks the quarterback. Now remember where he's coming from that middle part right behind the lineman. So there's a lot of traffic for him to go through. And he was quick enough, strong enough, powerful enough. Remember, these linemen are like 300 pounds. These quarterbacks are like 6'6", 6'5", 220 pounds. Everybody who plays football are big people, big men. So we'll see how another one breaks down. Look at the quickness and putting punishment. See, things have changed right now. But back then when he played, you could put a little bit of punishment on the quarterback. And trust me, when you keep punishing the quarterback, he's going to throw the ball differently. He's going to act differently. He's going to be a little bit shook. He may act for more coverage. He may do this. You're trying to get into the head of the quarterback, and there was no one better than Ray Lewis. Bam, again, trying to do, remember that play action? Look at the running back. You see look how the play develops. Boom, boom. Look at how the play develops. You think it's a run play. Quarterback fakes it to the running back. Now, as a middle linebacker, this is who he's trying to trick. He's trying to trick Ray Lewis. But look what happens. Ray Lewis knows better, fights through the front line, and gets to the quarterback. You see the run play? The quarterback still has the ball. He fakes it to the running back. Running back is running. You see how some defenders think it's a run play. But Ray Lewis was one of the best in the game. Look how he analyzed this, see it's a fake, and hawks down the quarterback. Boom. Let's check out another one. Now he's back as a defensive back, you could say. Now, certain times you'll have, you see, it could be 3rd and 15. So you know that the offense has to get a lot of yards. So what you do, you would put your middle linebackers back a little bit. All right? You kind of put in Ray Lewis was big enough to hold down the trenches, but he was also quick enough to play defensive. Right? And he could get there behind as far as in that airspace and create mayhem there. Look at how he intercepts this ball. Boom. Again, look at how he breaks it. Let's break this down. You got to understand. Remember where Ray Lewis is coming from. Okay? Remember where he's coming from. He's a middle linebacker behind the line. So he has a lot of area to cover. And he's quick enough where you could put him back there and look what happens. Boom. And not only that, he picks up a lot of yards. Look where he takes the ball to. Ray Lewis, guys.
Image n'a regardé là, c'est une série migrants qui sont de divers côtés. Parmi eux, un pile haïtien qui t'a essayé de traverser frontière Mexique, États-Unis, côté force de l'ordre américain, ont été empêchés par tout moyen de répression.
Pour l'amour, nous en baby. I'm ready pour lui.
Pas lui pour marcher tout ni baby. Mon corps pour lui. Pas de problème pour me sauver. Pour sourire. I'm ready pour lui. I'm ready pour lui. I'm ready pour l'amour, nous en baby. I'm ready pour lui. Oh baby.
Promets-moi avec moi bien. Promets-moi avec moi bien ou papa, la grande vie en fait. Promets-moi avec moi bien, la maman c'est que ça arrive. Promets-moi avec moi bien ou papa, la grande vie en fait.
Et ça que mon gros gagan, ça qui bloque ma brande, ça qui présente malin pour bonhomme. Et ça qui fait me petit temps, jouer avec sentiment. Fin profiter mais puis aller, badable comme d'eau, les avis changent. Faut t'en garantir, baby. Espère pas que l'eau, c'est choisi foncer. Pour me suivre en moi. Non, non, non.
Oh chérie, moi tout pas guéri. Remplis le coup, baby.
On est dit pour lui. On est dit pour lui. On est dit pour l'amour, baby. On est dit pour lui. Oh, baby.
Promets-moi avec moi bien,
Les moments c'est que ça arrive. Oh,
promets-moi avec moi bien ou papa, la grande vie en fait. Promets-moi avec moi bien,
la maman c'est que ça arrive. Oh,
promets-moi avec moi bien ou papa, la grande vie en fait.
Bitchy, chaque fois nous shooter, nous toujours fait valser. Bonne nouvelle.
moi c'est que ça arrive. Faut promettre moi avec moi bien ou papa. La compte triompher. Promettre moi avec moi bien. La maman c'est que ça arrive. Faut promettre moi avec moi bien ou papa. La compte triompher.
I hope you enjoyed that video. So now we're going to go deeper into the defense. And we're going to cover the cornerback. And there was no other better cornerback than Deion Sanders. All right? Let's go back to our trusty image so I can show you the territory, the area that he had to defend. The cornerbacks are right here. All right? Remember, we covered the linemen. We covered the middle linebacker. So I don't want you to worry about this right here. I want you to worry about the cornerbacks. And this is where Deion Sanders played. Now, the cornerbacks are playing against the receivers. You know, the guys who are flashy, doing the one-hand catches. You know, the money makers, the superstars. But Deion Sanders changed the game not only with great, excellent play, but he was flashy. He was quick, and he was multi-talented. That's why he was called prime time, both on offense and on defense. Let's check out the footage on this dynamic defender, Deion Sanders. This is when he first came into the league. He played for the Atlanta Falcons, and I know you don't see him on defense yet, but remember, defense can also turn into a special teams. And in special teams, there's something called punt returning, which where the offense has been stopped from the defense, and now they're going to be returning the ball. So what the defensive coordinator would do, they would take the safety and put the safety where Deion Sanders was, and then put Deion Sanders in the back, and then have him just return the ball. This became a staple of how you would use dynamic players in the league. Now, this is a cornerback, guys, a defensive player. Look at the moves, the elusiveness, and boom, the speed. Deion Sanders ran track in high school. Look at how he just ghosted everybody. All right? And he was a showboater. Probably there's nobody who could showboat better than Deion Sanders. So not only are you giving great play, but you're getting into the minds of the other opponent, you know, by taunting and stuff like that. Things are regulated now, but you can understand how somebody like this could be very dynamic on your side, if he's on your team, of course. More footage. Now, this is footage of him. Deion Sanders also had great awareness. As a cornerback, I played cornerback. If you're on one side of the field or you're looking at the downs, that's awareness. There's certain routes that receivers will run. Deion Sanders had a knack for jumping routes. Now, there's a pro and a con from jumping a route. If you jump the route and you're correct, you may have the opportunity to get an interception. But if you jump a route and you're wrong, you just gave that receiver an open field because you missed the tackle or you missed the route or you missed the ball. Now look at him jump this route to perfection. Boom. Do you see that? You see how quick that is? That's awareness. Because not only is he jumping the route, and he knows he's going to jump the route, he wants the receiver to think that he's open. That takes a lot of skill to do that. And it's very risky. Only the best achieve this. It's very fast, but look at it. Boom. And he's gone. Not only that, he's fast enough to take the ball all the way down the field. In football, we call that a pick six. Not only did you pick the ball from the offense, you ran it down and got 6 points. You know how dynamic that is for offense when you have a defensive player who could get you points on defense. So now when you get the ball on offense, it's much easier for you. Quarterbacks love Deion Sanders. They go to showboating, which he was A+ at. That, he invented that. There's a lot of people who do that right now. He invented that. Here he is on defense. Now remember, he was quick enough, he could jump the route, and maybe the defensive may have called the play to say, hey, we want the blitz coming from the blind side. Why are you coming from the blind side? Because look, the quarterback is probably a right-handed quarterback, so he's going to usually look to the right and throw the ball to the right. Then you would have Deion Sanders come on the blind side. That's what we call that blind side. Why is it the blind side? Because that's the side that the quarterback is not looking or having too much aware to. Boom, look how this plays out. The quickness, the hit, awareness of the ball. Boom. Not only can he score, he makes other people score. He makes the team better. He makes the defense better. Let's look at another one. Now, this is a jam. Okay? Understand this is a jam. And a jam is that it's probably cover 2. Why am I jamming? The reason I'm jamming is because the defense has changed and now we're in zone. Remember how it's man-to-man and how it's zone? This is zone, which means I'm protecting a certain area. So as long as I'm trying to bait you, I'm trying to bait the quarterback. He's holding the receiver, all right, to try and feel if the receiver is going, but he's also looking at the quarterback. His eyes is on the quarterback, so he knows the quarterback is going to throw. He jams, and then boom, he jumps the route because he knows what route is going to be. Jumps the route, boom. One-handed catch. Deion had great hands. Let's check out another one. Okay, we're going to break it down even more. This is how it developed. Remember, we're in cover 2, which means he's not worrying about anything behind him. He has a flats, which means it's the sideline. He's defending the sidelines. He's not concerned with anything going behind him because he has protection behind him because they're playing zone. So what he wants to do, they're going to jam so he can slow down the player's route and then, boom, feel him out, look at the quarterback, make eye contact with the quarterback, get the ball with a one-handed catch. That's greatness right there. Not too many people could do that in this league. Another one. This is a bomb. This is a bomb. Now, another thing with Deion is that he was fast. So if you would put him in deep coverage, you don't have to worry about him. What does that create? There's actually a defensive formation where they would put Deion on one side of the field by himself. But they would have him way, way back. Why they would put him in the back? Because he's fast enough to cover all that territory. And then you can have another set of defense on the left side or the opposite side of Deion. Let's watch this play out. Boom. Down the field. And there it is. And actually, this was just a switch of the defense. Okay? Deion Sanders is actually far back. The guy who intercepts the ball is another cornerback. Again, you put Deion on one side of the field, he causes mayhem. The guy catches the ball and gives the ball to Deion Sanders. And look what Deion Sanders does with it. Touchdown. Deion Sanders, y'all.
la jazz yo. Argent à dépenser, même bouteille à passer. Oui, bonsoir Rich, Wallace Maligas. Chico New York, Waters Production fêté. Kreyol Calico Junior de Boston fêté. Funky New Jersey, Boston United chérie. Et puis, game over. Bra. Apportez connaît. Well, Fanyo, that's where he had débarqué. Fanatic a manifesté. A toute force nous débarqué. MC Maëla Pentifé. J'acoute pral de tété yo. Nous pral de tété tout.
Hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, every show we're gonna have new videos, excited videos, top videos, whichever. Kreyol Blitz, everything you need. Let's get back to the play-by-play. We're going to our trusty image. We're going to get our last position to kind of break down defense so you can understand it more. All right? Remember, Super Bowl is right around the corner. Right here, the safeties. Okay? Then remember, the safeties are your last line of defense. So they're kind of big, you know, they're hard hitters because remember, if you got one line here and the running back makes it through here and the running back makes it through here, that's a running back that's coming with a full head of steam, which means he had a lot of speed. So you got to be able to hit him quick and get him down because he's already accumulated first down. He's already gotten big yards. Not only that, you have this whole area to defend. So you got to be aware of offenses. You have to be aware of your defense coverages and stuff like that. And you have to defend this area. Also, safeties are usually used in the special teams. Why? Because they're already the last player right here. So punt, we didn't get to punt, but punting is when the offense is punting the ball to try and protect territory. Usually, the safety would just back up and become the punt returner. And one of the best in the game was Ed Reed. Now, Ed Reed plays safety, okay? So let's break down some video on him. We showed you the line. We showed you the middle linebackers. We showed you the cornerbacks. Now let's go into the safeties. One of the best, Ed Reed. Now, remember, I told you he has to protect that area. He's your last line of defense. And when you have somebody who's great, he also had qualities of Deion Sanders too. He could be he had great awareness, which means that he could kind of understand what the offense was trying to do. He understood how to use his defense. And most importantly, he had great hands, great speed. Mayhem. Intercepts this, and then he brings it back. And Ed Reed was a crazy, I would say, dynamic hitter. I wouldn't say dynamic. He was a hard hitter. When he made tackles, you feel it. You heard it. Boom. Intercepts the ball. Great hands. Look at the speed. Now, that's helping your offense out. You know, awareness, understanding where the ball is going to be. Very important. Again, you can also have him blitz. Okay? Remember, he's far out there. Sometimes there's nothing. He's doing nothing. And if you have an offense that's going to run the ball, you may have him blitz a couple times. Let's break this play down and see how he blitzes. You see? He's getting in the mayhem. And look at, it's Ed Reed who comes up with the quarterback. All right? Let's break down some more. Teammates of Ray Lewis, by the way. This is on special teams. Remember when I said the offense is trying to punt the ball? Ed Reed they would have him blitz. You know, they would have him blitz as an extra. Now there's too many people to defend. One person slides through, which was Ed Reed, and look what happens. Boom. And then that's 6 points, guys. Last one. Boom. Okay? Boom. All around great player, Ed Reed's Kreyol Blitz. And that's it, people. We explained to you offense. We explained to you defense with this show. Remember, special teams, kickoff, kickoff return. So basically, I'm kicking off, returning. Very simple on the special teams because they come out very few. Punt, I'm punting the ball, punt return. Okay? So kickoff, return, punt return, offense, defense. We broke everything down to you so you can have somewhat of understanding. Remember, next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. The Los Angeles Rams will go against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be Super Bowl parties all over. And for the first time, courtesy of Kreyol Blitz, you're going to sit there and have a great understanding of this beautiful game. My name is Mike DeVerne. I wish you all the best. Enjoy the game. Kreyol Blitz. See you next time. Stay blessed.